Ever found yourself going along with the crowd, even when it just didn't feel right? You're definitely not alone. Neuroscientist Gregory Burns ran a fascinating experiment that reveals why this happens, and trust me, it's more than just peer pressure. Picture this. You're in a group answering a simple question. You see the answer right in front of you, but everyone else seems to see something different. Strangely, most people start doubting their own eyes and end up agreeing with the group, even when the group is obviously wrong. So what's going on inside our brains? Burns used brain scans and discovered something wild. When people conformed, their brains actually changed how they processed what they saw. The brain's visual center started blending what they heard from others with what they saw for themselves. It's as if in that moment reality becomes a group project. But here's the kicker. When someone chose to stick with their own answer, when they stood alone, their amygdala, the part of the brain linked to fear, lit up like a warning siren. It's the same area that fires when we sense danger, that primal fear. It's not just about social awkwardness, it's our ancient brain screaming, going against the tribe could be risky. So next time you feel that knot in your stomach when you're about to stand out, remember, it's your brain's way of keeping you safe. But sometimes the most courageous thing you can do is to trust your own eyes. This is why happiness feels so sweet, because we know what suffering is. Our brains evolved to feel both. Here's why that matters. As our consciousness evolved, our ability to feel intensified. Loss stings, joy soars, all thanks to the same system. Suffering and happiness aren't enemies, they're dance partners. Without suffering, happiness has no meaning. Like light and shadow, they need each other to exist.
I don't think people understand how the Quran views life and death. It's not just about beginnings and endings, it's about the journey between. Let's explore what that really means. According to the Quran, suffering isn't some cosmic mistake. It's the flip side of comfort, giving our joys real meaning. Life and death aren't enemies, but two extremes on the same spectrum, connected by countless moments in between. The further we move from death, the more we experience happiness and growth. But drifting toward death brings loss and sorrow, reminding us how precious life truly is. This struggle isn't random, it's the engine of spiritual evolution. As the Quran says, He has created death and life to test which of you is best in deeds. Maybe in this grand scheme, every moment matters more than we think.
Someone told me in high school, suffering isn't just something to survive, it's what helps us evolve. Without it, we'd be stuck. Every hardship we face, every setback, every obstacle, isn't just a burden. It's a spark. Disease, failure, and struggle push us to adapt, innovate, and grow. They teach us empathy, resilience, and humility. Without the challenges we dread, humanity wouldn't move forward. Suffering shapes us, refines us, and ultimately drives us to reach for something higher. So next time you're struggling, remember, you're not just enduring, you're evolving.
You hear this if you've ever questioned the purpose of pain. Imagine a world without struggle. Would evolution even happen? Let's dig deeper. Picture a universe where no creature ever suffers, where happiness is universal, but change stands still. Without struggle, there's no drive for evolution, no push for life to adapt or grow. Suffering, as harsh as it feels, shapes life's upward spiral. So here's the ultimate question. Is it better to accept suffering and allow life to evolve, or to reject it, knowing existence might never progress? In the end, we all face the same question. To be or not to be. From an atheist's viewpoint, there's really no problem to resolve. There is no creator to blame, only chance is accountable for suffering and inequality. Chance, being unconscious and chaotic, can't really be held responsible for flaws in its outcome. For believers, however, there is direction, balance, and purpose in creation, which leads to, submission to the wisdom of the divine plan. Death, for the atheist, is the only solution for the innocent sufferer's misery. But for the believer, death becomes a redeemer, a gateway to a life after death that's filled with unlimited reward as compensation for earthly suffering. The question of morality and right and wrong, they argue, only really arises with the belief in God.
Ultimately, suffering in its subtle creative role is a blessing in disguise. The constant quest for relief from pain and discomfort fuels scientific investigation and discovery. Luxury itself is an extension of this drive to move from discomfort to ease. We cannot interfere with this intricate design of pain, pleasure, goodness, and evil without destroying life itself. Suffering, when viewed from a higher vantage point, is not merely deprivation, it is the awareness of loss that generates pain. This awareness, gained over millions of years of evolution, is, honestly, invaluable. The true marvel is consciousness itself, and a few instances of misery are a small price to pay for such a prodigious gift.
If you've ever wondered why life isn't always easy, you're not alone. Suffering might actually have a purpose. Islam teaches that evil isn't a force of its own. It's simply the absence of goodness, much like darkness is just the absence of light. Happiness and suffering, joy and hardship, they need each other, like the two sides of a coin. Life's diversity, and even its struggles, reveal a purposeful design. So maybe, in the dance of creation, every challenge we face isn't pointless. It's part of what makes life meaningful.